All right.
All right.
Biff, Al, been the Open, haven't we?
Well, the Open's been sick on you. Literally. Did you buy everything out of the shop?
No, this was in Caddy's pack.
I knew this was a bad idea. Got overly excited, didn't he?
In Caddy's pack, that.
Have you just been like having like your tea and coffee and everything out of that thing?
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
I bet you, but literally not put it down, have you?
No, it's a very good bottle.
You've still got the label underneath your peak as well. You haven't even taken the label off.
Yeah, that's what you do these days.
Oh, is that what cool kids do? Right,
yeah.
Fine.
Take that off now. Needless to say, we're going to talk about the Open.
Did you enjoy it? Your first one, like working?
Very good. Working at the Open, yeah. Actually, I think the first time I seen Paul at an Open was at Carnoustie in 2007.
Yeah, I was an amateur. I qualified as an amateur.
Yeah.
So my first ever pro tournament as well, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, actually, your first tee shot later on, because that's quite a funny story as well. But we decided to go quite late and watch him, so drove up. I had like a truck at the time. This is my dad's truck, borrowed it. Drove up with a couple of the lads. No idea where we were going to stay or anything. Ended up staying in the truck.
The truck smelled great the next day, didn't it?
Horrendous. Ended up getting excited because I was watching me mate in the Open and that. I had quite a few beers. Paul's having a chat with someone at the end of his round. I've run up and I've gone, it's Tony Jacklin.
Wasn't, it was Bernard Gallagher, but never mind. Good try.
Yeah, it's Bernard Gallagher, so that was embarrassing for you and me, really.
Yeah.
I think you just pretended you didn't know me.
I did, yeah. I literally put my back to him and just carried on talking.
So, fast forward 14 years playing in the Open again. Actually, your fifth Open, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fifth Open, yeah.
Wow,
fifth Open?
Yeah, it's mad. Played at Carnoustie, following year at Birkdale. Let's see how well I can remember now.
Yeah.
Carnoustie, 07. Birkdale, 08. Birkdale in 18.
Yep.
You played St George's this year. Ooh. Oh, on Royal Port Rush 2019.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, we'll get on to the golf, but just a little bit on the practice and how that went. You put your name down with Sully, first round, arranged to play with him, being your mate, and then just left it blank. Tony Finau joined, Wade Ormsby.
Wade Ormsby, yeah. At St George's, the 10th holes over there somewhere, and it's a nightmare trying to get to the 10th tee. Also with COVID, we weren't really meant to be crossing fairways amongst spectators, so it's a bit hard to kind of navigate your way around the golf course and jump from hole to hole. So we thought, right, we'll play 18. So you were well happy with this, weren't you?
Yeah.
So Tony Finau's gone in through after 9. He's kind of walked his way back in, and Wade's turned around to us. Obviously, Wade's an Australian lad. Turned around to us. Oh, do you mind if Adam Scott joins us? I
mean, this is... You might think I'd be an idiot around people, but I'm not.
He is an idiot.
They're just there to play golf, aren't they? I know it sounds ridiculous, but they're just golfers that are good.
Yeah. Yeah, they are, and that's it. They're just normal lads who are really good.
There's no reason for them to be any different, but it's nice to meet, Tony Finau, what a great fella.
Yeah, yeah.
Lovely bloke, absolutely nailed it.
Yeah.
So, talk about nailing it. So that practice round, the first day we were there, you were unreal in practice.
Oh yeah, I've completely switched. I'm unbelievable in practice now. I can't sit in a golf tournament.
but you were, weren't you? I mean, we teed off quite late that day?
I can't even remember.
Maybe it's 1:30 after lunch or something. Great, honest, absolutely nailed it. Like Tony Finau was saying, where's this guy been? I was like, well, yeah, he always hits it like this, and it's you did absolutely rip it. Like, it was impressive. Yeah. And to be honest with you, it's probably the best I've seen you hit it.
Yeah, yeah.
For a long time, really.
Getting excited again, wasn't he?
I was thinking I'm going to
win the Open.
Winning the Open, yeah. This is good. How much would I get if we won this? I've already spent it. So. That was the practice day, and you played great, didn't you? In practice, do you feel nervous on that tee?
No, not really. No.
Right, not.
No, that was all right. I think because in practice, even if you hit a bad one in front of everyone, you can make a funny joke about it and just pull another one out and stand there and hit 10 balls if you really wanted to. Here's a
big thing. This is where I think there's a big difference in that level of golfer and, by the way, that I feel on a first tee, because I played Hillside the other day. No one really around on that first tee, and a railway up the left, and it's not the easiest first tee shot. I was nervous on that tee, and I was just playing with my mates.
That's because your anxiety out.
Well, true, yeah. But that, I think that's...
It's gone from being negative out to positive out to anxiety out.
I think it's because you care about... you pay more attention to what other people think when you're at a golf shop. No, I don't know what you think, but you don't care what other people think when you're at a golf shop, which is the way you've got to be, because what... Why
they can't. No one else can influence what you're doing unless they shout in the middle of your backswing or something daft. Yeah. It's irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant. So, and everyone's got an opinion. Yeah. Remember, everyone's got an opinion. Yeah. And everyone's welcome to an opinion, but it's just an opinion. It's not right or wrong. It's
you
just
can
an
only
opinion.
Take care of
so that's it. So you may as well look after yourself and get on with it.
Into the second day. Oh, Players Lounge, by the way. Joke. Players Lounge, amazing.
Even had loads of veggie stuff for him.
Yeah.
Even had almond milk for him.
Oh, yeah, everything. Oat milk as well. It was brilliant. Absolutely. I wanted to go for breakfast about 8 hours before we teed off. Second practice day. Done 18 the first day. Just wanted to do 9 holes the next.
Yeah. Played a bit earlier because we were off early on Friday. So I wanted to see what it was like late and early, basically.
Played with...
Scotty Scheffler.
Great player, wasn't he?
Yeah, really okay. Everyone's saying about his footwork, but no, he's a proper hitter. Ryan Palmer and Harold Varner.
What a great lad. It's funny, Harold Varner the third. So his caddy is from here. He used to play for Lancashire when we played for Cheshire. He played at SNA when he was younger. Chris Rice, great lad. So it's good to have like a local lad from here, but he's moved over the States and he's caddying for Harold. But we had a great laugh, didn't we?
Yeah, it was top draw, to be fair.
The practice days I thought were great, and you played good again that second day, didn't you?
Yeah, well, you've caddied for me for a few weeks now, and it sounds mad, but like my scores just do not represent how I'm actually playing and how I'm swinging it. Like my coach is literally pulling whatever little bit of hair out he's got left, and the psychologist is the same, because it's just one of those at the moment, but you know how it is. It
is, yeah. I mean, so on to that first round, actually, let's just... little look here. So when I went out and walked, this is the sort of stuff you're looking at, but it was different the Open, so I'm used to the courses. I got on the first hole and I was like, where's the markings? Because most courses, every course we played, there's a company that go out, map the course, spray the course with paint, different coloured dots, lines everywhere, so your course planner relates to that. You'll have, a yellow dot, a red dot, whatever it might be, points A, B, C, numbers, and you know where
I was going to say, the other side of that is as you're walking up to it as well, you can see it in the fairway, so your book's out as you walk into your ball, and you're already kind of maybe, if your ball's 10 paces in front, you're already pacing off the one you're on or something, so you can actually do it quite quickly.
Yeah.
I know tour pros get slated for slow play, but some of us are actually really quite quick, and because we're switched on and we know what we're doing. Other lads, it's the lads that turn around and go, I'm at my ball, where's the marker?
Yeah.
And on that, you can see why when you look at these books. It makes it a bit difficult because it's all off sprinkler heads.
You see them, those numbers.
They all correlate, so you've actually got to physically walk over to the sprinkler head to actually find out what number it's correlating.
Correlating.
Why can't I speak? To those numbers, so and they're not like big numbers on the sprinklers, they're small little numbers, so you're properly having a look, especially with my eyes. It does slow play down, massively.
I think you're right, because it's something I learned quite quickly, is getting the number, you almost prepared, so you see the yellow dot before the ball and you start pacing off, then you look in the book, okay, what's the yellow number, there you go, and you match it in, because I want to be ready for when you're at the ball. I want to go, it's 140 front, it's 153 flag, it's 143 to cover the drop on the right. You've got the information, you go bang, there you go.
On the other side of that's actually not a good example. Of most of the holes, the sprinklers are down the edges of the fairways. So if you hit in the middle of the fairway, you've got to walk to the side to find a sprinkler and then walk back in.
Yeah.
They're all down the sides of the fairways.
See, they're all down here.
So if you're in the middle, it's like, well, hang on, where's my number?
And then your green, you've got so much stuff on the greens, haven't you? Like the numbers everywhere. I mean, that's not even got many numbers, but to all the different slopes. And then greens were slopey, weren't they?
Were. So we had a green book as well, which we use a lot more for the approach play stuff. Again, you'll have different opinions on whether a green book should be banned and all that sort of stuff. But if while being used, you may as well try and get as much an advantage because everybody else is. So it's just one of them at the moment.
And then every day you get one of them, your pin sheet, and it gives you a good idea. Some of them, like, it's funny, isn't it? Because you go like, you look at some pins, 10 on, 7 from the right, and you go, oh, that'd be all right. And then you look in the book, and it's like, well, there's a slope and there's the flag. Yeah.
Oh, there was one actually, wasn't it? 15 or something. It was literally on.
Yeah.
On a little crown.
Some of the pins were tough, but I mean, it's
an open. It's the best.
Yeah, it's the best championship in the world, isn't it? Best players in the world, so it's going to be like that. So, first round off at
11:30.
Yeah, 11:35. I think first round. It was brilliant walking on the first tee. It's because you get applauded as you go on. In fact, no, as you walk in, so you go down underneath the little entrance bit of a tunnel. 3 tees and pencils on the right, so you scoop a load of them out, put them in the back, and then you're on the first tee then. But as you just walk out and turn, it's just like, it's so good. So good.
A little trick is actually probably not to try and look at the crowd behind you.
Yeah.
It's almost a little trick to walk down, just look down the hole. Because, again, you're not seeing this 1,000 people behind you, sort of everyone eyeballing you. I think if you turn around and actually look, you go, oh, Christ, there's a lot of people here. Because at 11:30 as well on first day, it's going to be busy.
Yeah.
So again, a little trick, it kind of came down there and just literally looked down there. Because, you do get nervous. Like, it's my 5th Open. It's my 7th, 8th major, whatever it is. You still get nervous on the first tee.
You obviously, I've spoken to you about this before, I don't know if you've said on the channel, but you'll generally... I guess you'll have a little bit of nerves on the first tee in a tournament.
Yeah, I need that as well.
More so in the Open. You would feel it a complete difference. As you can talk about, it's just another tournament and treat it just as another tournament, but it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got to try your best to do that. I think you just got to try and be, again, you got to be as fluid as you can with the situation. I think the worst thing you do is go, I'm in the Open, oh God, you've got to do this, and you've got to do these extra bits and blah, blah, blah. I've got to get there early, I've got to do this, you've got to break your routine of what you normally do. It's like, well, no, it's just another week. So what do I do in a normal week to try and perform my best? I do X. So why would you just change that?
If you did it differently, that's basically saying you're not trying your best.
No, yeah. So it's like, well, no, this is what I do. This is proven that in my best weeks on tour, I've done this, so why don't I just do this at the Open? And that might be more or less than somebody else, you don't know, it's just the way it is, but everyone's different.
Yeah.
So for me, that's just the way it was.
So quick flashback to 2007 Open, when you played first round, and you played with Ben Curtis.
Yeah.
Who at the time...
Aaron Badley as well.
Ben Curtis actually won the Open at St George's, didn't he?
Yeah. 2003, so
2003,
I played 4 years later.
Dior, So he was playing with an Open champion there, Ben Curtis and Aaron Badley, who was top 50 in the world at the time.
Yeah, he was,
And explain how nervous you were.
Well, I qualified for the Open as an amateur, never played a pro tournament, never played a pro tour. I was still an amateur, never played a pro tournament in my life.
Introduced himself on the tee.
Hi Ben, I'm Ben. I'm not, I'm Paul. What are you doing? So nervous.
Hi Ben, I'm Ben.
Carnoustie. Tigers just finished on 18. First tee's right by the 18th. You can imagine the amount of people. I've got Phil Mickelson behind me, and I've got VJ in front of me. And VJ was, in
must have been close to where number one at that point.
Doing. So the first tee is off the charts busy, and I've never seen this before in my life. And I just remember, I actually said this in an interview. It felt like, and I still remember it now clearly. It felt like I just landed off a skydive, was given a golf club and said, hit it. That's how it felt. Like my heart was literally out my chest. And I don't know if you played Carnoustie, but how's this for mentality? Standing there 3-wood because it's into a bit of breeze. 2 iron can't get into that trap. 2 because into breeze. Drive can get into that trap, so it's got to be 3-wood today. Yeah, fine, perfect. All I'm looking at is a ditch 40 yards in front of me going, just get over that. Just get over that. That's all I want to do. Just make sure I get it over that.
Hit it.
Just make sure it goes over that and not left, so I have to hit it because that's out of bounds left there. Hit out of bounds, you've got to hit it again. I don't want to hit this shot again. I just want to hit it and get off. Horrendous. We've got over those nerves now.
Yeah, just a good shot.
I actually did.
I did watch it.
I actually just hit it up the left side of the fairway.
Yeah. Tiger hit it in the ditch, hadn't he?
Yeah, with an iron.
Yeah.
Rubbish.
Happens to everyone. Rubbish. So, forward on again to this one. So, yeah, the first round, if you can call it a steady start, it was as steady as steady could be. I mean, you had a couple of real good up and downs. Really unlucky on the second hole. Actually, first tee shot, absolutely bombed it.
Yeah, we're not going to go through every. We're not going to be those people
but just a
every single
couple.
golf
Just
shot.
a couple. First tee shot was absolutely nailed. I mean, absolutely won it.
Yeah,
didn't have far in. Had a good.
I hit it at 8-10 foot maybe.
It's inside 10 feet for birdie and just missed.
Shock.
And then the second is like, no, don't instill those thoughts. Second's dog leg right to left, trap up the left, but take it over the corner. You've hit it good, winds out the left, and it's just held into it, hasn't it? But really good. But we knew we'd look in the practice round, and you kind of look as well. You look at the rough and see what side's better than another, so you can favour one side or the other if it goes in the rough. And the left was fine, wasn't it?
Absolutely fine.
Like, not a problem. And it's the short way.
And I'd only missed it by, I think I was actually 2-3 yards.
Yeah.
No, I was probably 2 paces. No, it's probably a pace into the rough from the semi, wasn't I?
Yeah. Was literally
so
a pace.
I've missed the fairway by 3 yards, and everywhere around it, it's trampled down, because I remember there was 3 spots on that left-hand side for you, so you practice days, and they're obviously looking for balls during the practice days, so by the time you get to Thursday, that's all trampled down. I was like, just hit it up there. If it moves into the fairway, great, perfect. Get up there, there's a piece of grass, this big.
It is.
This big, like this.
Horrendous.
Green as anything. Horrific. Ball, bottom of it.
I mean, it's lost ball if the marshal wasn't there.
Yeah, horrific.
It was the worst.
It was literally, it's like someone's just got a plant pot and gone, we'll just stick a plant here. Ball in it.
It was horrific.
Yeah.
I mean, chopped it out sideways and got it up and down from about 70 yards apart. It was brilliant. And then it was pretty, a couple of great up and downs, which you're going to expect in an open, because it was tricky, wasn't it? It was plenty of breeze up there.
The funny thing was, I actually looked at my stats, and it said I'd only hit 3 out of 9 fairways on that front 9,
Oh, really?
Yeah, but when you look at it, I hit it in the semi.
Yeah.
I hit that one out second, and then I hit a few in the semi. It was like good shots, but just moving in. And this is like that whole first round was exactly that. It was like shots into the flag, hit some great shots. It was 2 or 3 yards left, or 2 or 3 yards right, but 3 or 4 short, or 3 or 4 long. Everything I hit it into was like 25 feet. Yeah. So putting stats, I think it's like 12% hole rate from 25 foot, and I had that all day.
I mean, parred the first 11 holes. I remember and it was good. It was like you were playing good, weren't you? And we looked at the leaderboard, and Lou Eustace was 6 under, and we both looked at each other and gone, "How the is he 6 under?" And we've literally used that language as well, because it was like he's obviously holed, and we spoke about this before, and that's on the day. Whenever that day falls, if you hold your putts, they're all so good. If you hold your putts, that's what happens. And then it was like that all the way around, wasn't it?
Yeah, like I made two silly bogeys. Well, that was it basically. Which were two 3-putts.
I think you had 3 bogeys,
1 birdie.
Yeah, and the 3 bogeys, all 3 bogeys were 3-putts.
Yeah, but they were all from.
Because it was 12, 13 and 17, and they were all 3-putts.
Yeah.
No bogeys from missing greens.
Yeah, cheers. But again, because the green's so funky and it's windy, if you don't hit it close enough and you are putting from 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 feet, bear in mind how big some of these greens are, it's incredibly easy to actually 3-putt.
Oh, 100%, yeah. 100%.
You know what I mean? It's not like you're 3-putting from 10 foot. It's like, well, it's up the canyon, down the hill, over here, and round here, and it's blowing 15 mile an hour off here, and it's just like, some putts you can get within 7-8 foot anyway.
Well, the one on 17 was the. I think everyone knew that was the one that frustrated you. Actually, I think people in the crowd on the 18th knew that was the one that frustrated you. But this is where Paul's a little bit different, because you were angry, and it was a good thing.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I've been angry for a little while. I'd been a bit in my own shell over everything that had been going on, and I hadn't been myself, and I'd actually come off the golf course angry. And this is going to sound really weird. That was a brilliant thing. Feel like I've turned the corner a little bit. It's like, well, back to angry Paul. Brilliant. I used to be a bit of a psycho. Yeah. Which is fine, because if I'm angry, I want to go and do something about it. When I'm a bit depressed and a bit down, it's like, oh,
the rug and
do something else, whatever, And It's like that mentality, I feel like it's just starting to click back again now, which is good.
At the end of that round, although it was 2 over par, it was so much better than a 2 over par. And it was positive, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was,
like,
yeah.
okay, you know, that's a good round of golf, taking away the focus from the score.
Again, it's typical me, it's just the worst possible score I could have shot.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was because it was so solid. And you hit it so good all day. It was a shame not to use that, I suppose.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's golf, isn't it? Days
yeah.
you're going to have that, and days you're going to hit it crap and you're going to be 4 under.
Yeah.
You know, it's just sometimes how it falls.
Yeah, so then after Friday...
Yeah, 6:35 a.m. first off.
Don't know if any of you were watching, but I've been great in the mornings. Got a bit of a back problem, haven't I? And it takes a little bit of time for it to warm up.
And it was cold.
You even saw it, didn't you?
It was
hit
cold.
balls in the morning practice. You were almost like, because literally couldn't strike it.
Well, we were up at 4.
Yeah, true.
Went, had breakfast, left at 4:30. Had breakfast 10 to 5.
Yeah.
On the range, got there a little bit earlier this time, 5:15ish on the range, and
trying to give myself a bit more time to get warmed up. But it's hard for me to actually get it warm because I'm relying so much on the muscles to control what I'm doing that if they're not warm, I just can't move.
Yeah.
And you can see it.
I could see it, yeah. You could see on the range, it's visibly slower. Like it is visibly slower. So everything Paul does in practice and in tournament play and everything, yardages, control of the driver, the way he sees shots, is based on
a speed.
A certain speed and how the body moves. And it's not just we'll just hit it shorter. It's the speed and the arms are still there, but the body can't match it.
No, so then it's disconnected from the body. So
if you slow one down, the others slow down. So there's always that first tee shot. At 6:35, people were on the first tee. There was plenty in the stands, weren't there? Plenty there. And first tee shot, bit of a weak, cutty right one, and that's the shot you hit when you can't open the body enough. So you kind of knew it was going to be tough. And then you got a horrendous lie. It's come out sideways into a trap that's 100 yards short, got no shot.
Come out sideways up against the lip. Mate, anyway, long story short, made double.
Yeah. And then
now I need to make at least 3 birdies from here to get on the par. I didn't bogey next. Bogeyed 5th. No, I made double down 5th.
Double down the 5th.
And then at that point...
3 putted 4 and then doubled 5. So it's just so difficult. You're playing a golf course that tough when you're not fully fit, like not 100% fit. It's so difficult to compete, isn't it?
Yeah, I had one of the lads actually message me afterwards who was like... I think he saw me through 8 holes, 9 holes, and he was like, "Mate, you just didn't look like you wanted to be there." I'll be honest, I didn't at that point because I can't compete. And I know everyone's like, "Oh, you're at the Open, you should embrace it and all that sort of stuff." But I'll be honest, bollocks to that. I want to go and compete. I want to go and
you want to go and win.
I've played in Opens. I'm there to actually
you're there to win,
be part of it. And don't get me wrong, it is a massive achievement to go and play.
Absolutely,
get through qualifying or get through on your world ranking, whatever it is. Yeah, massive achievement. I'm not there for that.
Yeah.
And this is the thing that's really starting to piss me off about my back because I'm there. I feel like I'm in a place where I can actually go and compete again.
Yeah.
I'm just getting held back a little bit.
This is difficult to... It sounds like we're trying to not making excuses at all. But when I wasn't, obviously, I didn't see you at tournaments. You'd see scores and you'd be like, well, how has he shot that? When you actually see it, you go, yeah, it's so easily done.
Yeah.
It's so easily done, but it's so positive in that you could go.
Yeah.
Like you're in that sort of place where you could go miscut, win.
Yeah. I actually feel like I'm in that kind of exact place.
It looks that good when you're playing, and it doesn't matter how you perform in practice really, but it is that good.
Yeah.
We missed the cut then. The 18th was the massive stadium around. We only had about 7 people in the stands because we were first on.
Yeah, so that was good. That was a nice experience, good walk.
Overall, it was, from my point of view, it was amazing. Like, I was so lucky to be involved.
To be fair, to have that number of people there again and all that sort of thing was mega.
And I've always dreamt of playing in the Open, and okay, I wasn't playing in the Open, but to be there, just to be involved inside the ropes.
I think he wanted to go and hit balls straight away
Amazing.
afterwards. Oh no, you hit 2 shots on the
did,
French ground.
I did.
He hit a couple of shots on the French ground, led me a couple of shots.
Yeah, I did. You hit the first shot, Al. I want you to hit a 60-yard pitch shot. 5:30 in the morning, literally like ankle high. It went about 180 yards and 60, but that'll do. So yeah, I actually hit a ball at the Open. That counts.
But no, to be fair, it's turned you back into full on. Right, I want to go and play one of these.
Yeah, but yeah, it motivates you, and when you watch it again, you think, okay, this is what you've done it for. This is why you worked. I've spoke about it before, and you get disillusioned sometimes with the game, and then it reminds you, okay, that's why you do it. So that was Open Week.
That was it.
Moving on from Open Week, we've got St Andrews.
Yeah, so Hero Open, and then we've got Kazoo Classic down at the London Club.
Yeah,
and then we're going to try and go to Czech Republic for DD Real Czech Masters.
So we've got a few coming up. So yeah, thanks. Everyone's messaged loads of times, haven't they?
Everyone's supporting everything. It is great.
Quick thanks, but massive thanks, Marcus, to let us use his house.
Yeah, legend.
When we were there, and for Paul Andrew for supplying us with some of the videos that have been on here this week. I think that's it, isn't it?
It is.
Open recap done.
Done and dusted.
Thanks for watching.
See you next Tuesday. Surely you need to hit some balls.
Drink a lot more water now because we've done this.
Can I get another coffee?